Excellent. Thank you and welcome to our Good Health Stories and Solutions for tonight. We're going to be talking about summer skin protection. If you have skin, you better be listening because obviously we all know that, especially as I've gotten older, my skin actually reacts differently with different environments, whether it be very dry weather or whether it be very sunny weather. I tend to get allergies sometimes now, and like we know, it could be the sun, it could be toxins, it might be needing some repairs. So just want to let you know that tonight's meeting, why does this matter? Your skin is your largest organ and it detoxes you. That's its role. And the summer can take a toll on it. So I want to make sure you guys know that. So whether you're soaking up sunshine, swimming in salt water, or exposed to urban air, your skin is absorbing it all. So we're going to talk about how to protect and nourish your skin today, daily. What to do if the damage shows up as a sunburn, dullness, or a rash. We're also going to talk about the 4 Life products, natural protocols to protect your skin. There's going to be a handout. If you want that handout, you want to talk to the person that invited you here tonight to get a hold of that. But we will be talking about protecting, detoxing, and repairing your skin. So with that, I have Dr. Roni with me tonight, and she is our detox specialist all the way from Martha's Vineyard. Wrote a Times bestseller, I think 2 Times bestsellers, and she knows what she's talking about. So you really want to pay close attention to her because she's actually not only knows about it, she's actually seen it and lived it. So Dr. Roni, with that, I just want to welcome you tonight. Thank you for giving us your precious time, and give us some juice. It's summertime. You know, the other day I found my daughter, we went to a 3-day wedding, okay? Yeah, pretty intense. But my daughter had that suntan lotion in her bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing? That's not
Yeah,
good for you.
I think it's overrated. I think we have really done a lot of damage to our skin by staying away from the sun. A lot of people don't know that. And I think, I'm always talking about skin deep. It's so hot here, but I love being with you guys. And I remember, back in the day, when everybody was like in the garden, they had their big hats on and everything, but they was just like sweating in the garden. And the ultraviolet, the light didn't bother them. They were not getting cancer, right? So all of this started with not with lack of nutrition. And even though I say it over and over and over and over again, everybody's gonna run to get that sunscreen lotion, right? Uh, and yes, we do have to protect our skin. We just can't sit out there and let the sun just bake us. However, everything comes from deep, deep down inside. And I have lots of stories. I'll never forget the time where, I remember when I was a teenager, I just had this horrible oily skin, pimples. And, as teenagers, we're so vulnerable, like you get 2 pimples on your face and you don't want to go to school, period. And I remember this dermatologist telling me, because my mom sent me to the dermatologist, but she wouldn't let me take the medicine because we come from a no medicine home, right? And that medicine was antibiotic. I'll never forget it, tetracycline, because I wanted to take it. I'm a teenager. I don't want pimples. And that's when I learned that this doctor told me, and I went back to thank him, but he died. I forgot he was 20 years older than me. So he's probably like 100 by now, right? And I remember saying to him, I wish I don't get old if I have to look like this. He told me, I promise you, when you're older, you're gonna love your skin. So I remember him telling me that. And I had to go back and research for years and years and years, Sonia. Everything is about nutrition. There are days where, I don't put lotions and potions on my body. My friend Pamela Diamond gets so mad at me. We call her Pamela right now. She says I'm ashy. And she'll go in her purse and she'll pick out the lotions and the potions and she'll like, you girl, you can't go out like that. You ashy. But for me, I'm always afraid of putting chemicals on my skin because the skin is the largest organ, right? So I remember saying to her, I don't know what's in that cream you're getting ready to put on my skin. And I was always like that. And so sometimes I am a little ashy because I won't put the cream on my skin. But what I've learned through the years, collagen is the best. It even protects you when you're out in the sun. Vitamin E is truly the best, guys. Omega-3, we keep saying these things, and zinc. And you know what my favorite drink is? My favorite drink, Sonia, is that's going to really, really make your skin really beautiful is bone broth.
Mm.
Has everything in it. Everything in it that your skin wants to just up. And carrot seed oil, that's another one. Just listen to the word carrot seed oil. Sweet potatoes and dark greens and coconut oil. These are things, we always talk about things like that, but try getting UV protective clothes, you know, and vitamin D became very deficient in the bodies. You know why we're deficient in vitamin D?
No sun.
No sun. What are we doing? We're just like, we're hurting ourselves to protect our skin. And I'm sorry, we're just like, we're so hot here, I'm sweating. Sorry.
You're good.
So I just wanted to say the most powerful thing that you could do is to protect your skin with vitamins and nutrients and natural oils. And someone says, what, can I drink green tea? Yes. Green tea is an antioxidant. Tell me some more things. And anything that's natural that you put in your body, your skin absorbs it. The skin is the largest organ. There is nothing wrong with sitting in the bathtub with, what do you call it, baking soda and magnesium salts, guys. Epsom salt, they call it. Do it for your skin. And take a dry brush and dry brush your skin to get the top layers off of it. So that's dead skin. Open up those pores to allow the oxygen to flow. And with the nutrients, you'll have great skin. And if you're talking about being afraid of the sun, yeah, protect yourself with big hats. Protect yourself with UV protective clothing. But don't go overboard because you will regret it when you're my age. You will regret it because you'll look in the mirror and you will clearly know. Do you want to know the number one damage to the skin is? Don't quote me
What
on
is it? Mhm.
cleaning it with soap.
Oh,
Cleaning it with soap. What are you doing? When you wake up in the morning and you go like this and you have oil on your skin, you should say, thank God I have oil on my skin at this age. What are you doing? Washing it off with soap all day, 2 and 3 times a day because you're sweating. It's good for you. It's good for the natural skin. What we have done is we have destroyed our skin because we have overdone it.
wow. I never thought about it that way because I know that we hear about melanomas, we hear about dermatitis, eczemas, all these skin conditions that we think it was because the ozone is gone and the sun is not a good sun anymore, so we need to stay away from it. But in reality, like you're saying, I mean, why are we getting low on vitamin D?
Right.
Because we're not
And,
in the sun no more.
but listen, it's, and I know, and a lot of us on this call tonight know that is all about your immune system modulating, right? If you
Mm,
modulate your immune system, you should not be afraid of laying out in the sun on the beach for a nice day because your immune system's going to handle it. It is those people that do it all the time. They're constantly washing their skin with soap and all kinds of stuff, scrubbing it. And it's crazy. I cringe when I see people at the facial spas and they're scrubbing their skin with the scrub stuff. I'm going, what are you doing?
right.
Your skin's not dirty. You're taking off the layer of that skin, the protective layer. When all your skin want to do is breathe, and the nutrition that you eat is what's protecting your skin. I say it all the time. Omega-3s, vitamin E, collagen, zinc. These are vitamin A. This is what your skin wants from you. It never said it wanted you to wash it with soap, ivory soap. Sorry to pick on Ivory. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. My mother used to use Ivory soap for everything.
Oh, Betty. No, I totally see where you're coming from, Dr. Roni. And that's the thing is, right, is going back to the simplicity of let's go to the natural first and deal with that segment before you start putting all these other things that society has told you, put that sunscreen on, put, completely cover up to the point where now you're not only is your skin suffering, inside you're suffering.
Yes.
Because obviously we know when vitamin D is low, it can cause depression and many other issues with mental health.
Right.
So it's amazing how it's all interconnected. So hey, this year you guys don't be afraid of that sun, but obviously we know, Dr. Roni, going in the middle of the day when the sun is the hottest and the strongest probably has to be a limited time, right? To be in that sun
Yes.
instead of
And, you
staying there
know,
for a whole hour knowing you're gonna burn.
but the other thing is that a lot of people they end up destroying their skin layers because not only do they lay in the sun for too long of a period of time, but they're also dehydrated. We live in a very dehydrated society. Instead of people going and drinking good mineral water, you know what they want to do? You know what they want to do? They want to go on the beach with tea and soda, tea, coffee, and soda.
Or
Those,
margarita.
right. Oh my goodness, you said that, not me. That's called ultimate
I was in an
dehydration.
Ensenada this weekend.
Ultimate dehydration. Let's go on the beach, cook ourselves, be dehydrated. What do you think that's doing to your skin?
What's it doing to everything in your body?
Yeah. So we're talking about skin tonight, but yeah, I hate to tell you what it's doing to your liver, but since we're talking about the skin is the largest organ, we have to protect the skin. I remember when someone said to me, it's really hot here today. I remember someone said to me, well, I never sweat. And I go, oof, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
How do you get the toxins out of your body? She goes, what toxins are in my body? So I knew that I had to go back to kindergarten level with her, right? But we're not there anymore. We now know that the skin is our largest organ, the most protective organ. If we can eat it, we could put it on our skin. I was speaking to Jillian today, and just automatically she was telling me that did something with the renewal product, and and she was like rubbing it on her skin, and I said that's a great product because it's literally about antioxidants, right? And I
Right,
think that if people understand, if you can eat omega-3, why can't you open up that capsule and put it on your skin, right? Do people think
right.
about that? No, it has to be special. We have to spend a lot of money for it and all those things. But
Mm,
my grandmother didn't do that. Whatever she was able to eat, she knew she could put it on her skin. So we have a lot of great things we in the product line of For Life that's we should be so grateful because of the For Life has the transfer factor that modulates our immune system and their skin line is great. It's great.
right.
I
So would
can't
you
say
say,
that for every company. I can't. But I'm so happy now. I'm so happy that I know that I can take that product and scrub it all over my body and not worry about chemicals.
that's amazing. I was going to ask you, Gloria is asking, let's say she didn't have Aqua face cleanser. What would be something that you would recommend to use for her face if, let's say, it just wasn't available
Anything
to wash
natural,
her face?
anything natural, avocado, coconut oil. These are things, vitamin E oils,
You
anything
can
that,
actually clean your face with them.
yes, absolutely. Carrot oil, because see, this is why people look old when they get old, right? Every single day, imagine for 50 something years, washing your face with soap,
Stripping it of all its natural
stripping
oils.
it of all the natural oils and nutrients.
And it's interesting, because most people think I have acne, I need to scrub it harder. And what you're
Right.
doing is you're producing more oil
You're
because your body's
producing,
trying to fix it.
yes, exactly. You're stripping it so that your body creates more of it and you get more acne because it's
What's
trying to produce the oils that you keep stripping it away.
right, right. I learned that one the hard way. Kept scrubbing, scrubbing, and it kept getting worse and worse, and more oil kept coming out. So it was like the weirdest thing. But I was going to ask you, Marissa's asking too, how do you recommend to unclog pores? I know for myself, I've done a steam. I steam hot water and I put
Yeah,
a towel over my head and I just steam
absolutely.
use it does it for me.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of ways you can get the pores to open up, with steam. Get some natural emulsifiers, as they call it. There's great stuff out there that's made out of glutathione. I mean, I'm not saying all products are bad. I'm just saying the traditional ones that we used when we were younger are bad, but they're getting better. If you look up some natural cleansers, you'll find that and feel safe with them, like the one that we have at Ford Life. They're great products. They open up the pores and allow the toxicity to come out. Feel very comfortable with that. And then after you do that, feel very comfortable putting oils on your skin. Do not be afraid of natural oils.
right,
And
right.
I don't, I know my skin is good because of the fact that when I was young I had oily skin. So of course now that I'm old, I still have oily skin, right? So
Right.
I was very an angry teenager because I had oily skin. But now as an older person, I'm happy that I have oily skin.
Now, would you say that it would have been your diet that caused the oily skin? Because that's some things that I've had with a girlfriend. Her son ate the potato chips, the Doritos, all the stuff that was processed, but yet she was doing facials for her son that had acne. And it was like, you're still feeding the gut things that are feeding the skin, and yet you're paying all this money for these facials. So it has to be a balance, correct, Dr. Roni,
Yeah, yeah. It
of
has to
both?
be a balance. If you eat good oily fish and natural greens, super greens that we call the collard greens and kale and cilantro and, chlorophyll and all of those things. Those things are cleansers. And at the same time, the oil that you're taking in with the enzyme allows the skin to be purified. Not only purified, but it allows the skin to feel nutrient that gives it that puffiness, that gives it that basic youth look instead of the sunken in look, which is like the dehydration look. And if you give it the omega 3s with the greens, it gives you that youth look. I don't know how else to say it.
Right. No, I big fan of collagen. I've been
Yes.
drinking it every day for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And I do feel sometimes my skin gets dry because it's December and the wind is blowing and it's drying. But when I treat my gut right and I eat right and I drink right, I could totally tell the difference, not
Yes.
only in my demeanor, but in my skin. I mean,
Yeah.
you could tell. You could tell that it's healthier looking. So I totally agree with you. I had another question in here, Dr. Ronnie. You look like you're 20. I'm not going to
Oh,
ask you your
come
age.
on.
You do. You don't have a wrinkle, which is amazing to me. I got all kinds going on if I frown, but you just it just says you're very young. I'm going to put it at that.
It's my oily skin, guys.
It's
It's
my
my
always.
oily skin. I remember I felt bad for my son because if I'm with my son, they'll think that my son's my husband. And I says, don't get mad, son, because when you're my age with your oily skin, you're gonna love it. He doesn't get
Right.
it yet. He's only like 30. He thinks I'm weird.
It's that stage. It's that young adult stage.
Right. He
Dr.
says, but
Ronnie, is there a sun? Do you recommend sunscreen?
I don't like sunscreen, but some people have to have sunscreen. If your doctor tell you you have to have sunscreen, then you do. Because I practice personalized medicine, so I don't believe everyone needs sunscreen. I believe that people should just put the good oils on their skin, eat good collagen, and eat great nutrients, and go out lots of water and go and take in the natural sun. It's natural.
Right.
The fact that we overdid it is not your fault or our fault. It's because you're living in a land of the plenty, but you're starving of the minerals and nutrients that you should be having in your body so that you could lay out there and soak in the sun. And we're
It's so
not
interesting.
capable of doing that anymore because we're toxic people. Not only are we toxic people, but we have an added problem, and that's called we're dehydrated people.
Right. It's interesting. I work for an insurance carrier, and we used to have this machine. It's called the Dermascan. And the Dermascan is basically a light bulb. It's a fluorescent light bulb that we would put you under, and it would light up your face, and it would tell us whether you had oily skin, whether you had deep pores. It would tell us if you had that extra thick skin on your face. I can't remember what it was called. But anyways, what I'm getting at is one of the things we could tell is who was wearing sunscreen and who wasn't. So obviously, you would say then you're protecting your face, but you're also limiting your face from the vitamin that it could be receiving. If you would have just put oils on it naturally, that would have helped supplement it from being affected by the sun. Is that correct?
Well, I have to tell you that you went blank for like 2 minutes.
32 seconds. No, I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
so people understand, because we, at least from working from an insurance carrier, we're always looking at people are wearing sunscreen. And you're saying, know
I
that
think
you also need that sun.
I
You're
think
you're
we
putting a
overdo
block. We
it.
could tell the block was on.
We overdo it with the sunscreen.
Yeah.
Listen, they've made billions of dollars off of sunscreen. Not everybody should be sitting out there. I just never got it. I never got that fact that you should go buy a sunscreen and just soak up the sun. It's to me, if I'm not, maybe I'm missing something, but what am I missing? That you want to lay in the sun to get the sun, which is a natural thing, vitamin D and everything, but you want to put sunscreen on. Is it because you want to lay in the sun too long? Is it because you're afraid of the sun? Not everybody needs sunscreen.
Right.
It's
That's true.
overrated. It's totally overrated.
Right. And I think like when I was younger, baby oil was in. And that's probably what led to sunscreen. When you show up to, you fell asleep in the sun, like I had a girlfriend, her name was Joanne, fair skin, third
Exactly.
degree burns because she fell asleep in the sun. I mean, that's what led us to probably thinking you should
Yeah.
wear some sunscreen. But in reality, anything in excess is going to damage your skin. That's
Yeah.
the bottom line. And a hat would probably do you more good than you
Yeah.
putting the sunscreen with all those chemicals on your face. And
Yeah.
that's what we're getting at.
Exactly.
We're not telling you don't protect yourself, but we're
Yeah.
telling you there's different ways to protect yourself that
And
could
and
give you
uh,
the same
and
result.
the other thing that you're saying, which you're absolutely right, is that you know, yes, baby oil can do it, but there's so many much better products out there that helps you with your skin, and you can still absorb the vitamin D. So guys, it's all about the vitamin D. I never thought I would live in a world where doctors, medical doctors, not even naturopathic doctors, because medical doctors are saying, "Oh, you're low in vitamin D," and I go, "Doc, is that all they're low in?" Well, that's all I tested. So you
Right.
see, so we're living in a world where we know that we're blocking ourselves from vitamin D. So now we have to take vitamin D. It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane.
One thing leads to another, to another, to another, it seems like. And if you would have just done what we've been doing for years, right? What our ancestors have done, which is put the hat on, get
Put the
some
hat
sun
on.
when it's not all the hottest,
Exactly.
and you wouldn't be having to take extra supplements. And
So put the hat on, sweat your butt off, and drink a lot of water. That's what they did.
right, right. Dr. Ronnie, I really appreciate your time. I know it's half of the hour already. Any last words you want to give everybody to kind of, um, you already just said it right now.
Yeah,
Put the
I,
hat
I, I
on,
think that,
drink the water.
I always want people to realize that we live in the land of the plenty, but we're starving. Guys, you need your nutrition. We're not getting enough food. We live in the world of ultra processed food. You want great skin, you need good nutrition.
That's the bottom line. Love it. Thank you, Dr. Ronnie. Have a great evening. I can
You.
only imagine how beautiful Martha's Vineyard is, but it's pretty hot apparently.
It's pretty hot here right now. We're not used to this. Everybody's pretty spoiled.
What digits are you in right now?
I still think we're under 100, but we're not used to being in the
Oh,
90s, We're used to being like 70. We're spoiled. What can I
I
say?
was gonna say, you're really spoiled, Dr. Ronnie. We get up to 100 and almost 20 around here
Oh
sometimes.
no.
Not always
Like,
in California,
everybody's
but
like sweating and they go, "Oh God, could you believe how hot it is?" And I'm like, "Oh, please."
It's like a California going into one of those mid east states where it's snowing and we can't take it. We're freezing. So
No, they're spoiled here. What can I
you're
say?
spoiled. But thank you, Dr. Roni, for coming
You're
tonight.
welcome.
Let me just check real quick if I have any other questions. It's winter in Australia, just so you know.
It's winter.
That's
Why?
winter, yeah. Who can guess how many skin diseases there are? That's a trivia question for you guys to decide. But we'll get you that answer, Dr. Roni. I'm sure you already know. But thank you for answering all the questions of everyone that we had here tonight. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, folks, it's time to hear some of these wonderful testimonials. And I know, Bernadette, you probably have something up your sleeve about good skin health. And I really want to hear it because I think you bring so much value to our team and to be able to share. Tell us what's on your mind. Tell us what you want to share with us, because I know you know a lot, and we love to gather wisdom from everyone.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, one of the things that I put in the chat was I was listening to a podcast, and they were saying that in the countries that use the most sunscreen, they have the most cancer. And I was like, wow. I was so surprised to hear that, right? So they're saying that, you know, with the increase of sunscreen, cancer has gone up, and when it goes down, you know, so back in the day when people used less sunscreen, they had less cancer. So I thought that was quite interesting. But yeah, vitamin D is so important. Another thing that I've heard that helps with as a natural sunscreen is vitamin C. So sometimes, you know, a lot of sometimes there's natural vitamin C creams.
Okay.
You can put that on your skin as well, and that's a natural sunscreen as well. I know Dr. Roni mentioned carrot seed oil, which is high in vitamin C, of course, right? So that's one of the things. Well, it's vitamin C and vitamin A, but I think that's one of the reasons. But yeah, so I mean,
it's interesting you say vitamin C because For Life came out with the vitamin C, and I always thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, Claudia, I thought the vitamin C was so we can exfoliate our skin, kind of like take off that first layer, kind of. Is that what it was for? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. It
No,
only
I did
came
not.
out for a
I
short
did not
period.
hear it that way, but I do know, as Bernadette was saying, that the combination of the C and D was necessary, and I would have to do a little more research of why they did the C and D together. But I didn't hear that one, Sonia. I didn't
Oh,
hear
okay, then
about
so
the
maybe
exfoliating.
I just made it up myself. That's the thing. What happens when
No, you probably
you know?
read it. You're a very knowledgeable person. What are you talking
It
about?
could be because vitamin C, you know, when you have like spots on your face, pigmentation spots,
Yes.
vitamin C helps with that. So it could be you probably thought that it exfoliates because it does help with like age spots and hyperpigmentation, right? But it does that in a natural way, not like, you know, it does help, you know, remove a layer, but it doesn't exfoliate in a, you know, very harsh way. That's my guess as to why you maybe thought that. So
I actually do buy I have spots, and I actually buy vitamin C to apply on my spots. So I think Sonia and Bernadette, now you're getting to where we are, which is you actually buy the vitamin C to put in your spots. So there's something about vitamin C. So Marissa wants to start, and Bernadette, feel free to continue on the conversation, or anybody, but Marissa also has some suggestions for us. And Marissa, you're up.
Yeah, no, thanks very much. I just wanted to make a comment related to Sonia's question. I had never heard about the exfoliating properties. I'm going to look into that because that sounds very interesting. When Dr. Roni was talking recently, I was going to mention that I have always exfoliated my skin with salt. And once I used to live in Orlando, and I remember I went to a beauty spa, and they did a test, must be similar to what Sonia mentioned, that they do at the insurance company, that they see your skin. And I remember the ladies at the spa, they were shocked because I didn't have any dead cells. And they asked me, how do you exfoliate your skin? And I said, I use salt. So that's one thing that I think is very healthy, natural, and it works. So I just wanted to share that with you. But related regarding the vitamin C, which I love, the one from For Life, I know that one of the properties is obviously immunity, as we all know, but also one interesting property that it also has, it's that it promotes collagen production. I don't know if you ladies knew that, but I think that's something very important to know, especially now that we're talking about skin and how to have better skin. So that's something interesting about the vitamin C, that in the one from For Life has 5 types of vitamin C, which is also an
Yeah.
interesting fact, right?
It's right. No, it actually, no, I just looked it up right now. It boosts hydration. It's a skin barrier. It has niacinamide. It
Yeah.
helps skin retain moisture, hydration levels.
I
It
put it in the
also,
chat. It's got
yeah,
a lot. Yeah.
it has a lot of stuff. It smooths the texture, reduces the fine lines, brightens and fades the dark spots, like you guys said, and it delivers antioxidant protection as a precursor to NADP, which is niacinamide, provides an antioxidant defense guarding against UV damage and pollution and signs of premature aging. So if you haven't gotten your hands on some vitamin C from For Life, you really need to get some of that. I use it here every day, so
I
I
use
have
it
it,
every
and
day.
I think that's why I got it, was because I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation right here. And I didn't even get it when I was pregnant. I got it afterwards from just sun exposure. So if you're
I also want Marissa to give us a little bit more, but before that, Marissa, I'm just going to do a little bit of an intro. And so finishing the month of June and finishing our skincare series, let's just kind of like compile back everything that we have done, which is skin actually is your largest organ. Skin is your first barrier, like that's your defense system. If you break the skin, that's when you have like, you know, a cut or you have something that happens, you have broken the barrier. And that's why it's so important. Like people lose a member, like they lose feet and legs and a hand if there's an infection, right? Because you have broken your barrier. So that's why it's so important. Number one, immunity in the outside, but also immunity from the inside. So taking care of that first layer and that first part, which is if your skin is dry, it will tend to open like more. Like I showed on the first month, on the first week, my son's hands had a lot of eczema. Here in Canada, that's a very big thing that happens, especially in winter. But when eczema happens, then also there's cracks. And people sometimes, it doesn't have to be in a cold country. You can see a lot of people in Florida walking in flip-flops, and the cracks on their heels are just incredible. And that what happens is that they're not moisturizing, like Dr. Roni was teaching us. So moisturizing is very important all over your skin. Coconut oil, just keep your skin hydrated, because it's like an elastic. If it's dry, it might tend to have more, issues. So the second thing is nutrition, which we touched a lot, just having a lot of good coming out so that you're exfoliating properly from the inside out. And that comes with good healthy eating. But the other thing that I wanted to touch on, so Marissa's going to give us a few products, is your gut. So I'm just going to touch on the gut for a second, and then we're going to let Marissa read us some of the suggestions that we have on the form. So microbiome is everything. Once your microbiome gets unbalanced, your bacteria, your happy bacteria that likes to party, drink, and and go crazy when she can, because we're not feeding it properly, because we got too many antibiotics when we were little. There's so many things that happen when your bacteria wants to go on a party. I call it wanting to go on a party. So that opportunistic bacteria starts populating faster than what we call the friendly bacteria or the good bacteria, and lots of things happen, and that's a lot of skin things happen. So that's why I put the trivia. How many? If you Google it, it's more than 1,000. more than 1,000 skin diseases that you can you imagine the job of a dermatologist trying to figure out which one it is? I wouldn't even know, right? We know eczema, we know psoriasis, we know like the most common ones, acne, obviously. But think of that plus 999 more, right? But it all starts with the gut. And if you're not taking good care of your microbiome, then you most likely will are going to start showing it in your skin. So you'll go like, why does your skin look like that? You'll feel dry. And in my case, I have a very dry crown. And when I start getting like a little bit of dryness, I'm like, something's happening. I gotta go do some liver detox or something. It's something I can see it right away on this part of my face. Like, and I used to have like open little sores at one time in my life. That's how bad it was. Like for the longest time now, I take a lot of good care of my skin. So it doesn't happen. But if you check your skin, if you start seeing lots of changes, something's happening inside. So it's not even outside. It's not the weather, and it's not, it really is starting in the inside. So with that, I'm gonna let Marissa tell us a little bit about the products that you can take from the inside out. So that way, if you don't know any of these products and you're watching this video, please ask the person that shared this video with you so that you can ask that person how to get these products. Marissa.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, obviously, we have been talking a lot about collagen and how important it is for your skin to glow. And our company for life research has two different types of collagen. And I used to take the collagen. They come in how do you call that? The sachets in the little packets with the powder, and I would mix it with a healthy smoothie. But a couple of weeks ago, one of the doctors who is another affiliate from with For Life, Dr. Alba Cuicas from Colombia, she said that she likes to take her collagen by itself, either in the morning or in the evening. And the reason that she shared was that the way your body will not compete with anything else. It will the body will absorb, will focus on that. Sorry if I'm not using the right words, but if you take it by itself, it will be the absorption will be more effective of the collagen. So therefore, you will have better results by taking it like that. That's how she said that she uses it. So that's one of the products that we can take to help our skin glow from the inside out. The other one is Rio Vida, which is our top antioxidant. It also works from at the cellular level. It also comes either liquid or in same thing in little packets, little sachets. Essential fatty acids, which is called BioEFA. I call it BioEFA or BioEFA in other countries. The recommended dose in the bottle is to take two capsules twice a day. So it would be 4 per day. Some people take less. I used to take 2, but the recommended dose is 4 per day. And as Claudia mentioned also, it is very important to keep your healthy bacteria. So we have our prebiotics, which is prebiotics and probiotics together. And we can take those, on a daily basis. Also, aloe vera that will help with the gut and skin hydration and repair. The digestive enzymes. Some people have a slow metabolism, and that would be a very good product to take to help you speed up your metabolism and make it more efficient. Also, our product Immune Boost to keep your immunity working properly. and also protect us against the oxidative skin stress. And lastly, the right start for women and for men. Obviously, men also should be protecting their skin. And that's a very complete product that we have available as well.
Thank you, Marissa. Back to
My
you,
pleasure.
Sonia.
Yeah, there's so many things that you guys can use, and especially with For Life, we know that our products are very unique. Not only are they giving you ingredients that give you nutrients, but it's also helping your defense system, right? And since that big organ, the skin, is your biggest organ that's protecting you, right? You want to make sure that your body's working correctly, that it's not overworking and it's not underworking. So it actually modulates the immune system. It makes it work just precisely like it's supposed to, because it helps it recognize, remember, and repair any health threats that you may have. There's a lot of other things that you can use as well, like there's protective stuff like our Aqua Mineral Sunscreen, the Renewal All Gel, Immuni Body Lotion. So all natural stuff that you can place on your skin if you need to. I personally do your own too as well, like aloe vera and castor oil. I love castor oil. We use it a lot here in my home. So when you have things going on, that castor oil is a really good thing to take. So one thing that I do want to remind you, I'm not sure when you guys started, Claudia, but you guys have the 21-day detox going on right now, correct?
Yes,
Are we on
so
day?
it's going to be starting on July 10th. I'm going to start mine on July 5th, but we're going to give a few more days. So Dr.
Perfect.
Roni's 21-day detox, the one and only, we used to call it longevity detox. Now it's just Dr. Roni detox. It's starting on July 10. If you're interested, and especially because there is a free draw, Bernadette, new people, it's not for the oldie ones, like obviously it's for you to use it to get new people, going and started, but definitely, like Gloria, you wouldn't qualify, obviously we don't have to put it in big letters, but anybody that you invite would qualify, right, to get that free kit. And so what we want is for everybody to try it at least once in their lifetime. Why not? Like, it's done so much good to so many of us. So make sure that you're on that detox group, which is, we'll call it the green group. It's already a growing community, over 1,000 people in that community. And we're starting to ramp up for July 10, in 10 or 11. And that's going to be, it's going to be the anniversary. So the kit, we're giving it away
Yes.
because it's a 1-year anniversary. Now, there's over 100 people that have done this detox. We have absolutely so many good before and afters, so many people off their meds, off their just 20, 30, 40, 60 pounds. We got somebody with over 60 pounds off with the PEVI maintenance diet that she recommends. So there's so many good things happening with that 21-day detox. She's been doing this already for over 30 years. But with For Life for 1 year with the For Life products. So for those of you that don't know, it is a juice detox, but since a year ago, she's been making it easier for people. Now you just put it in a bottle and shake it. All you have to do is 1 soup and 1 broth, 1 green juice, 1 soup and 1 broth, which is the same because the broth comes out of the soup, and everything else comes from the For Life supplements. Makes it easy, makes it fast, and people are loving it because they have a lot of transfer factor that helps the immune system get over those little hump days and get the energy level that they need. So, Nancy, welcome. I see that you're fairly new. I'm going to have to leave because I have to open another room, but I'll let Sonia close and tell you what the topic is for next week. And also make sure that we know where Nancy is coming from, because she's been very active, but I'm not sure whose guest she is.
I just want to say this is amazing information. I am so happy I was able to jump in. I mean,
Thank you, Nancy.
yeah,
Who
for
invited you,
sure.
Nancy?
Sonia.
Tonya. Oh, we're so happy. We love
She's
that
my
you love it.
trainer, so I'm learning
That's
from her.
great. That's great.
Yeah,
Welcome.
she's
Oh,
one
I
of my
met
newest
you. Yes,
downline.
I met
Yeah,
her in Vegas. Hey,
Yep.
honey, big virtual hug. That's great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
to everybody here. And Sonia, you can
Yeah, let me just tell you
talk.
guys, remember, the first thing you want to do if you haven't done anything with the For Life products or the person that's been talking to you, find out about that detox program. I can't stress enough. You can't, you can't fix the kitchen when the kitchen's all dirty. You want to go make a good recipe and stuff, you got to clean the kitchen out first, right? So you can get started with what you want to put in and what you want it to come out. So I want to make sure you guys do take advantage of that, especially since it's the 1 year anniversary. You can potentially win that kit. Now for July, we're going to be talking liver metabolism support, post-summer reset in a sense. Time to reset after summer indulges. I know I indulged last week, so I'm detoxing this coming up. So got to clean the liver. You want to have fun and you want to do what you want, and that's fine, but you got to clean house. Okay. But remember, we're going to be discussing the liver detox, the metabolism boosters, blood sugar balance, how to help you feel your best. That's going to be Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time next week. But the following ones are the ones that we're going to have for the rest of the month. Is first one's the why your liver is the key to the weight and the hormone balance. The 8th, we're going to be talking about sugar, alcohol, and toxins supporting your liver detox. Also, July 15th, how to boost metabolism naturally. July 22nd, you're going to have balancing blood sugar for energy and focus, and also more testimonials to be said. Hopefully by July 29th, we'll have some additional testimonials out there. Is there anybody here tonight that wants to share something? Maybe you've had great success with the skin condition. I know for myself, vitiligo, folks, the skin color came back, and it's because I'm able to educate my immune system. There's no other product that I've ever taken that has helped me the way For Life has. I've done Shackley, I've done Nutrilite, I've done some of the best products out there in the world. None of them help like this did. So I want to make sure you guys know that. You got to know.
And not to brag, if you let me say this, Sonia, not to brag, but she looks more amazing in person than in the camera through the Zoom. I saw her yesterday, and wow.
Oh,
So
thank you,
yes,
Nancy. Love you,
definitely
girl.
want to go through this. Congratulations, you look amazing.
Thank you. So yeah, that's my partner. She's so good. I love you, Nancy. Thank you for joining me and believing in me, first of all. And I know we're going to be traveling the world soon. So just a matter of time, folks. Keep going. Keep doing what you do best, which is sharing love with everybody, regardless of what you get from it. And that's the most important part. So with that, folks, Bernadette, you want to add anything before we go? Marissa? Gloria?
It's day 2 of my inflammation relief challenge, summer reset. So if you've not joined, it's still time. And feel free to join the group as well. I have the videos posted on what you should do. And the first day is to drink water. And this day 2 is to make sure you get your steps in and walk. So it's just little tips that will help you feel better overall that I provide on this challenge. So
excellent. Did you put the link in the chat right now?
No, I didn't. I should. Okay.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do. I'm going to tap on it so I can remember where it's at. Gloria, would you like to say something? I love Gloria. Gloria's like been one of the biggest fans of every single show that we had, and she always participates. Any words of encouragement for our folks out here today?
I think everything that Marissa shared is right to the point. Everything about the vitamin C is excellent. So yeah, all we need to do is just start using the products. And I thank you for Happy. I think she replied to me regarding how to please our face. I do use Aqua. So I thought it was something different that I need to use to cleanse my face, but I use that daily. So I'm an Aqua fan also.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank
So in the
you.
chat is that the website, guys, please take it down. I'm going to copy it right now, and I'm going to go over there and register, because we do need to help support one another with everything that we do, so we can grow and share and just be a beacon of light to somebody out there. So with that, Marissa, anything?
Thank you.
It's muted.
I'm sorry. No, something really quick that I would like to mention. I'm also one of those unusual people who doesn't wear sunscreen, but I take 20 minutes. I try to take 20 minutes to be out in the sun for the benefits. But also, if you feel like you have to use any kind of sunscreen, there are some recipes out there on the internet with natural ingredients So that would be one thing that I think would be useful.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, with that, guys, Mati, Sandra, I don't know who I have from Canada. Well, somebody from Canada. It says Canada. And Happy, thank you guys. Nancy, thank you again for coming tonight. Bernadette and Marissa, thank you for sharing valuable information. And till next Tuesday. And then remember, tomorrow, if you have someone that you want to invite for a business opportunity, please do invite them. They'll be having one tomorrow night. With that,
Thank you.
thank you guys. Have a great one.